Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the place where you learn new skill every time you visit. So keep updating yourself by subscribing to the channel. In this video, we'll discuss fill-in text questions, sequence questions, and marking and map questions using Active Presenter. You have to open Active Presenter, and once the Active Presenter is open, you have to insert a new slide with a particular template which you want. And since it's going to be an interactive practice test, so I have already typed a practice test caption over here. Now I'll go for the questions, and my first question is going to be fill in blank. So I'll go to my question tab and select the fill in blank here. And then I'll give the title as fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. And over here I need to type the question. So I would like to increase the font by selecting the text, and the font menu appears. So I'll increase the font so it's visible to you while I'm doing it. So Java is I need a blank over here, so I'll say plus insert blank. Okay, so Java is a computer language, so I want the language to go in the front blank. Okay, now I'll continue with the paragraph, or I can go to the next line and by pressing enter and continue next sentence. It is an object oriented language, so it is a blank I need now. All right, and then I'll type oriented language. Okay, a or an object oriented language, both can go for it. Okay, now I need to, as we did in the first part of this video, if you haven't seen the first part, I have put the link in the description. Please have a look at it. So you need to name the question so that it can be displayed in the report at the end. So we need to change the report ID, right? So while clicking on the answers or this particular area, I need to go to interactivity tab, and I need to change my report ID to question 1. So I'll type question 1, and whatever is there I'll remove that. Similarly, I need to give the points also. Point I have given 1. Since there are 2 blanks, you can give the point as 2, and attempts can be 1 only. Now there's one more option of timeout. That means once the time is out, if you choose this option timeout and set a time here, once the time is passed for this particular question, the option to submit it will deactivate. Okay, you can use that if you want. Now I need to answer or fill the answer for the blank. So for that I'll click in the blank. Again I'll need to change the report ID for this blank. Since it's a blank, so I'll type it as blank 1. Okay, and I'll type the correct answer over here. Java is a computer, so I'll type computer. Alright, if you have more options for a particular fill up, you can add value and keep adding it, the next options. Now the second blank, similarly I'll do it for change the report ID to blank 2, and I'll add the value. Java is an object, so object. Alright, so I should type it in small letters since it is in between the sentence. Okay, so I'm done with this question now. Okay, now I'll go for the next kind of question, which is sequence. So under the question tab only, I'll select sequence. Once you select sequence, this will come. So in the sequence, I would like to give you an example of a life cycle of a bee. So my question would be, arrange the life cycle of a bee. Alright. Now here, since it is vertical one upon another, and I have 4 options, 4 pictures which I can insert in the life cycle of a bee, like the egg, the larva, the pupa, and the adult. So I would like to erase the other one. There are more options. I can add more option by clicking here, and I can delete it directly. So there are already 5, so I'll remove 1. Okay, so I can directly press delete, or I can right click and delete, but I need to click on that particular option here. Yeah, so I have 4 options now, but I need them in a horizontal way. So what I need to do, I need to go to my uh, properties, and I'll select number of column as 4. Okay, once I select number of columns 4 and flexibility, I'll change it to none. The container layout, sorry, I'll change it to none. All right, so then now it will come in a horizontal way. Okay, now again I have to first name this question, so I'll go to interactivity tool and change the report ID. That will be my question 2. Question 2. Point 1 and attempt 1, I'll keep it. Or you want to give 4 points because there are 4 stages which is shown, so I can give 4 points for this question. Okay, now I'll just drag it like this, and then I have to insert images over here along with the name, of course. So my first will be so I'll select that option. I'll go to the fill and image fill. I'll go for image fill, right? And then I have to select the image from the computer. Okay, so I'll just click this option, and I'll go to a location where I have already stored the images. So here it is. Yeah, so first is egg, so I'll select that. Similarly, I'll select for the second one, image fill. I'll select this option and select the second stage, lava. Then I'll go again image fill and select next stage, which is pupa, and the last stage accordingly I'll select it as from my images that it would be adult. So my sequence question is ready, and whatever is the first sequence you have put, that is taken as answer. All right, so now I need not to do any changes over here. Okay, so I need to name them for my report ID. Okay, so I'll click on first option and I'll change this report ID as egg. All right, similarly I'll change the report ID of others also. Larva, pupa, and adult. Okay, so this question is also ready. So after this we'll go for the third question. Let me correct this spelling over here. Yeah, so I'll go for the third question, which would be my map question, right? Marking on the map. So for that I have to choose, or I would be using the multiple choice type of question. So I'll insert a multiple choice question over here. First thing again, I need to name the question. So interactive tool, interactive tab, and I need to name it as question 3. Question 3, right? And I need to come over here. Point is 1, or since there are, okay, point is 1 is fine because I will ask to mark 1 point, and then I need to go to this properties, size and properties, and I have to container layout. I have to select none. All right, so that I can move the options here and there. All right, now first thing I have to do is I have to reduce this size of the option, because now as I do normally, I used to type a text over here, but I don't need the text, I only need the radio button. All right, but just to remember which option is this, I'll just type C1, which I will delete later on when I introduce a map. So this is my first choice, and this is my choice 2. So I'll just type C2. I'll further reduce it, and then choice 3, C3, choice 4, I can reduce it this way also. Okay, so now I have to select one of the option which is my correct, as we do in the multiple choice question. I'll just double click. Suppose I select the choice 3 as the correct option, so I'll just double click on that, so that will be selected and taken as a correct option. Now I'll introduce a map picture here. On the top I'll give the question as mark Brazil on the map. Okay, so I'll insert a map now. I'll go to insert, go to image, and I'll select a word map over here. Okay, now when it gets inserted, it is actually hiding my choices, so no problem. First I'll arrange it as per the question, so it covers the proper area, and then I'll change its order by, I'll right click on this and I'll change the order, display order, send to back. So when I say send to back, the options will come in the front. So these are my option. So since I have taken the third option as correct option, so I need to move this to the Brazil, because I have to mark the Brazil as correct option. So I'll just select it and move this thing over here. Okay, now I don't need this C3. This C3 I have taken so that I remember that where are my options. So now I'll erase that C3, and this C1 I can take it to any place, say America, United States here. So I'll remove this text, and I need to put a report ID for these choices also. So once I've selected it, I'll go to interactive tab, and report ID for this will be United States, so that when the learner selects this on the report, it shows that the learner has selected United States. Whether that is correct or wrong, that doesn't matter. I'll do the same for the Brazil also, because I haven't done that. So Brazil, same way I have, where's my C3? Here is my C3. So I'll take my C3 to Australia. Okay, remove the content and report ID as Australia. Now I think I'm left with one more option, which I think is here. Yeah, so I'll just scroll it and take it somewhere where you want to. Russia. Alright, so I'll name this as Russia. I need to remove that C3, C2 first. So C2 goes, and I'll change it as Russia. Alright, so I'm ready. Now with this question also, I think I have named the question number also, question 3, perfect. Now it's ready. Now I'll run it. Okay, I'll run it. Before running, I'll just introduce the report slide. This report slide we have done in the previous video. It's simple. You just have to go to the home, go to new slide, and select a report slide. Once you do that, a report slide comes up. So on this report slide, you will change the title as result of practice test, and you click over there. Here, these are all the parameters which will be displayed along with the result. Now you have to Select whichever parameter you want or don't want by unselecting it from the report display. Report display by default comes. If it doesn't comes, go to that interactive tab and report display under the general. So presentation, that means who is presenting, I don't want. Description also I don't want. Date, total time taken, slide is not required. Taken interactions, if you have given 2-3 chances for one question, that may required. And then correct score percentage, and result will say that the student has passed, the learner has passed or failed. If you don't want that to be displayed, just say leave it. All right. Now the last thing over here is the this button. All right. Now this button is the review button or the review course button. Now what we want the learner to do that when if the learner has not scored full marks over here, we want them to go back to the presentation again. So I need to just set event and do coding for this. So I'll just click on this review button. I'll go to event and action. All right. Now on click event is already there, means when the learner will click on this, what you want, I'll just go over here, review presentation, and I'll say restart presentation, so that once the test is over and the learner wants to review the question or want to give the test again, they can do that. All right. Now let's see by running it and see the output. So for that, as you know, you need to go to export and you have to preview. All right. So it comes here, practice test. First question. Now I'll click on this. Fill Java is a computer. It is an object oriented language. We'll say submit. Correct. This is correct. I'll continue. Now sequence I need to change. First would be egg, so I'll just drag and put it here. Then lava, then pupa, and then adult. This should be the correct sequence. It says correct. Now on the map, mark Brazil on the map. So let's go here and mark it. Now to submit. Say correct, and will show me the result accordingly. Correct, correct, correct. And whatever the blank has, the learner has filled in the blank, that is also shown over here. First blank computer, second blank object, and accordingly. Now I'll review this course. So I'll review course and then we'll start again. This time I'll try to give the wrong answers. Okay. It should say wrong answer, of course. Order, I'll change this here and try to submit it. Shall say wrong answer. Yeah. And the third one, I'll mark Brazil here. Right. And submit. Incorrect. Shows, and it also shows that on the map I've selected United States instead of Brazil. Okay. So this is now in the first video I've already shown you how to create the final output of this, how to export it to a HTML5. You can have a look at that, and that's it with this video. Thank you very much for giving your time.
If you are new to the channel, please subscribe it. Also press the bell notification so that you get notification as soon as I release a new video. Share and like the video.